Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello, and welcome back to the Disney Countdown Show. It is our Season 6 premiere. We're back. Hi, everyone. And of course, joining me this lovely day is my host from the other coast, the Dapper Danielle. How are you doing, Danielle? We're back.
We are back, babe, and isn't it good to be back and just see all the people? As soon as we stepped into the recording session, our virtual live stream chat was here, hanging out with us, and they were all here to welcome us. Good morning, and it was fabulous. And yeah, I'm excited for this season. I feel like we're kicking off with a subject matter that we haven't really talked about before, and it's the top 10 Disney characters we most identify with, or AKA our inner Disney spirit animals. Who do we resonate with the most? And I think this will be an interesting topic of conversation. And I'm sure other people are going to have opinions of like, really? I don't see you as that character. I see you more as this character. So I'll be interested to see some of the feedback too from the listeners in the comment section, and also as we continue here in the chat.
Absolutely. I mean, there are lots of relatable Disney characters out there. I feel like there's also a lot of aspects to our personalities that, touch on the different Disney characters touch on. So I am very interested to see your list. This is going to be so much fun. But we're just so happy to be back for season 6, y'all. We're excited for all the countdowns coming your way. We got bonus episodes coming your way too. It's going to be a fantastic season. So if you haven't already, we are posting pretty consistently over on our socials. We are at Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Thank you so much. We are coming up on 15K followers on our Instagram, and we recently just hit 10K on TikTok, growing there as well. So thank you so much for listening to the show and also following us on the socials. And we were, of course, extremely grateful to have Bob Gurr on our season finale last month. For season 5.
That video did pretty well. And
it did.
Like we got a couple videos out of that interview, and those did very well. So thank you all so much for sharing those. But also, if you have not already, you can go back and watch the entire episode over on youtube.com/countdown network. And, that's where also our sibling channels are. You can watch their episodes too. I know the Christmas Countdown is going to be doing a Christmas in July promo here very, very soon to kind of tie you in between the holiday and festive season. So stay tuned for that, but also go check out our episodes. But Megan, while we were gone, well, first off, so many people were still staying in touch with us over on the Dapper Danielle and Megan the Magical Millennial _2 for our personal socials. At this point, we expect y'all to be following us over there too. But we also received a ton of reviews and DMs while we were gone on our little break. To the point where we're gonna have to get caught back up again.
I know. I'm sorry. We were definitely a little bit in not hibernation mode, but it's going on trips and things and traveling. So we really appreciate you. Keep it up and still DMing us, still, getting your reviews in. We really appreciate it. Thank you for listening during our break. And we do have a few messages here. So you guys, if you don't know, you can review the show. You leave your reviews. You can DM us on Instagram. You can also email us if you prefer email, DisneyCountdownShow@gmail.com. But we do have a few here. Danielle, if you want to get into this first one. And y'all don't worry. We were flooded with DMs over the break. We will get to yours in due time. We just can't say them all right now because that would take up the entire episode. So we appreciate your patience if we don't get to yours in the first one. Yeah.
It'll take some time. Well, like y'all, again, you showered us with a little too much love. Calm down. We appreciate you at the same time. All right. So this first one we got over here, let me make sure I am reading this correctly and that I'm sending this to the correct person. Is this Caitlin and Alex via email? Yes. Okay. So this one was Caitlin and Alex via email. And okay, we're starting this off with a longer one, but I am ready. Okay, hello,
you got this.
Megan and Danielle. We are huge fans of the podcast, and yours is one of our absolute favorites. Thankfully, we discovered it not long after Danielle and Megan took over the hosting. Thank you for being such positive yet honest Disney fans. We also love following you both on all the socials. Thank you. We have annual passes to Walt Disney World, but since we live in South Florida, we can only make it up a few times a year. Your show helps with the Disney blues in between trips. We were just there a week ago and made sure to say goodbye to Muppet Vision 3D. We almost missed it, though. We were with some friends who, for some reason, didn't want to see it. Rude.
Yes.
That was not them putting that in there. I put that in there. So we decided we'd go after they left. Unfortunately, by the time we got there at 8:05 p.m., it had already closed. We had no idea it shut down at 8. That was supposed to be our last park day, since we usually pack up the next morning and just spend time at Disney Springs before heading home. But we couldn't leave without a proper farewell. So we went back to Hollywood Studios one more time and got to say goodbye. P.S. You both, Bippity Boppity Beard, a.k.a. Cole, Jarendelle, a.k.a. Jeremy, who you can do a top 5 rides to rope drop with, inspired us to start creating our own Disney content. Oh, that's fabulous. Testing the magic on all the socials. Thank you. Yes.
Love that. Yes. And keep creating, keep doing what you love and showing your passion, of course, which is all things Disney. We fully support. Congratulations. And thank you so much for the tip, because that is actually a really good countdown idea. And Jarendelle, our friend Jeremy, is the rope drop king these days, and that would be really fun to discuss with him. So I don't
know if I could participate in the conversation, because I don't rope drop.
I know, but it'd be kind of okay. Maybe fun to see your perspective.
The counter opposites. It'd be rope drop life versus closing it down life.
That'd be a good one.
That could be interesting perspective going on there.
Exactly. Well, Caitlin and Alex, again, keep that content coming. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your wonderful review and, of course, advice. Who knows, that countdown might be coming in the future. All right, so we have this next one here is from Denise02 on Apple, and Denise titles her review "The Happiest Podcast on Earth." I'm so happy I discovered this podcast. I found Megan on TikTok when suffering from Disney park withdrawals, then found Danielle through her, and then saw that there's a joint podcast. How awesome. I've been listening every week since, while also going back and binge listening from the beginning. I love how you represent both coasts, and I thoroughly enjoy all the news, games, and countdowns. Jiminy Cicada is a legend, and so is Be Our Keynote Speaker. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the shout out.
Thanks.
That was my favorite game, along with the one where you guessed the movie from a random timestamp. Oh, that one is fun.
That one is good.
Anyway, keep up the great work. You help me get through each day as I count down to my next Disney trip. I recently became an out-of-state Magic Key holder and will be back at Disneyland the first week of June. Hope to see you there, Megan. Thank you both for this wonderful and magical podcast. The first week of June, oh my gosh, that feels like eons ago.
Hopefully it happened.
Hopefully I did see you. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. June has been a crazy month for me, so I hope you had an absolutely wonderful trip, and we'll see you for your next one.
Wow. Okay.
Yay.
So we do have another one that was also a 5-star Apple review, and this one is from Jamil. JamilMC.
MC.
Yeah. And this one says, "Thanks for bringing Disney magic to countdown lists." Ooh, okay. And it says, "I enjoyed your podcast, Megan and Danielle. I'm a big Disney fan too. Your countdown lists are amazing. I love your stories and why you make the choices on every list. I enjoyed hearing the news along with playing Disney trivia games. I watched your videos with your tips to Disney parks on social media platforms. It was very nice. For me, I went to both Disneyland and Walt Disney World resorts. I enjoyed all of them. Yay. Finally, I recently went to Tokyo Disney Sea. It was so much fun. I will go to the rest of the international Disney parks someday in the future. Keep up the good work on your podcast." Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Disney Sea, that is one that we are trying to get to very soon, because obviously with the new Fantasy Springs, trying to go and see it. But that is so cool. Glad you're enjoying all the resorts.
I was worried though, because most of it was written in past tense. I watched your videos. I enjoyed your podcast. I'm like, do you not enjoy it anymore? Please tell me you're still here.
Are we a thing of the past? No, we appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. And again, jealous of your Disney Sea trip.
Yeah.
This next one, it's from another Megan on Instagram. And oh my gosh, okay, so I did meet Megan. Yay! She says, "Hello, my name is Megan," and she spells it the right way. No offense to anyone with an H or an extra A in their name. And I had the most amazing luck and ran into Megan in Disneyland yesterday. It was my sign from the universe to write y'all a review. Aww. I just want to say how much I love y'all's podcast. Waking up on Monday mornings and being able to listen to Danielle and Megan is so joyful. Thank you for bringing a piece of Disney to Texas every week. Megan, you were so kind to stop and chat for a minute with me yesterday. It felt like seeing a friend after having listened to the podcast for so long. I admire you both and look forward to next season. Hope to meet Danielle one day too. Oh, Megan! Yay! It was so good to meet you. Always love meeting a fellow Megan, no matter where we are. But thank you again so much for listening to the podcast. I think you did mention that when we met, and that was it's really, really amazing to meet the podcast listeners in the park too. So thank you.
And it's so interesting because, like, being part of the podcast, right, we do have this another level of connection, right? So we already have an interesting connection because of the socials, and then by having longer conversations and then including y'all into those conversations, it does seem a little more personal. So if you do see us in the park, make sure you come up and say hi. We do genuinely appreciate it. Even when I was doing a couple book signings here, and even when I was in Tennessee, a couple people came up and said, "We love the podcast. Tell Megan we said hi." And I was like, "I'll tell her you say hi. She's on a cruise right now, but I'll tell her afterwards." So the Patreon family was definitely representing over in Tennessee for sure.
Oh, that's amazing. I love hearing that. Y'all are great.
Now, y'all, while we were gone, also, the Patreon fam was still going strong. You guys were hanging out over there. You were listening to bonus episodes, or some of you were actually going back and re-listening to bonus episodes, which, like, thank you. And but we wanted to shout out a couple new members that have joined us since the last episode and are joining us here for this brand new season. And so shout out to our new Patreon family: Lindy, Shannon, Claire, Matthew, Sarah, Kelly, Caitlin, and Rachel.
Woo! Welcome. Yes.
Now, by the time that y'all are listening to this episode, we actually are going to be having our virtual hang for the month of June, actually tonight, after we're recording this. But don't worry. There will be another opportunity. We will be scheduling another one in July. And, the Patreon hangs are really fun because you guys really just get to ask us questions and we get to chat a little bit. You can see a little more behind the curtain of, like, okay, you guys can say, okay, Danielle, Megan, you guys talked about this in the episode. Were those really your true feelings? And then sometimes we'll be a little more candid with you and be like, no, that was our true feelings, but here's the extra plus to it. This is the tea that got cut in that episode. So that's always fun.
A little peek behind the curtain, if you will, for the virtual hangs for the Patreon. Bonus episodes are always super fun too. We have one for every single countdown. So yeah, the Patreon, we love our Patreon fam so much. Hello to everyone who's listening live. Hello. And lots of good perks to being a part of the Patreon. So if you've been hearing us every single episode talk about this thing and you're like, okay, what is this all about? We do have the link in our episode notes, or of course you can search us Disney Countdown on patreon.com. And we do fun giveaways. We got pins, we got birthday messages, all that good stuff. So
it's so funny. Will, one of our regulars from the Patreon, just messaged us over in the chat, which that's also depending on the level of the Patreon you're part of. You can come join our live audience and they can respond to us right now in the chat. And the Patreon family also gets the episodes a little bit earlier. Before they drop for everybody else. So Will said, my Fridays have been less magical without y'all, because it's just that regular routine. You're just so used to it. And we're back, though. It's all good.
We're back. I know. I'm sorry. We just took a little break, but yes. And also we have our Discord too, where we do a lot of fun chats and movie nights there as well.
Yes, y'all have been tagging me in all the Orange Bird stuff related, and I appreciate it so much. I've been trying to go back through, and I'm realizing I need to, there's different tiers also in Discord, and I want to send more videos and more, crazy GIFs. I can't with my current thing, so I'm going to have to up that plan.
Oh, yeah. No, I got you. You got to upgrade. Yep.
We'll see.
Fun times. We love you, Patreon fam. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to our new family members. But man, this break, lots has happened, y'all.
So, where do we even start?
Where do we begin?
Okay, first off, let's start this catch up small talk time with you. Literally just got off the boat.
I did.
Can you tell people how long your trip was for?
I got off the boat less than 24 hours ago. The trip was for an entire week, so the 16th to the 23rd. Is the length of the Alaska cruise on the Disney Wonder. Wow. And we did have, I took my mom for her 60th birthday, which is actually tomorrow. So it was my treat to her to experience her first Disney cruise ever, and mine as well. I've never been on a Disney cruise, like we've talked about on the show so many times. And it was really, really fun to get to experience Alaska, which everyone had said that I had talked to, and I always thought this was so interesting that Alaska has been their favorite Disney cruise of all time, or favorite cruise of all time. There's so many ships that go through Alaska too. Mm-hmm. So it was amazing. I mean, the state of Alaska. First of all, I don't know if you've ever seen Alaska on a map. If y'all have ever seen what Alaska looks like, I mean, it can almost takes up the entire United States. It's huge. It could be its own country. We only hit the bottom of it, which is where Juneau is, the capital, right? Mm-hmm. So, but just seeing that portion of it, we get to Icy Strait, Juneau, and Ketchikan, which is a cute little town underneath Juneau. It was so amazing. I mean, first of all, like the bald eagles are like crows to us. They're literally everywhere. They're flying around in like bunches. They're just that, common. We saw a bear, which was really cool. We saw many whales coming up out of the water. We had a really good whale watching excursion. We got very lucky to see like them breaching and feeding too. Like their jaws would come up out of the water. It was crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Super cool. Yeah. And overall, like just an absolutely wonderful time. Alaska's amazing. The Disney Cruise Line. Wow. I mean, they literally have something going on every 15 minutes. You will never get bored on a Disney cruise. Let me tell you.
And that's where like
galore.
You posted so much content. I'm like, Megan's gonna need a vacation from the vacation.
No, I mean, and you get me, Danielle. You hit the nail on the head. I was with David Vaughn on this cruise, and we were kind of just like, going off each other. In the last day, we were like, I think I'm just gonna post everything all at once because I need to take a second. I think everyone's just gonna get spammed with content all in one day because
just like you have to like schedule like 2 out every single day and have it post so that way you can just lock yourself up in a dark room for a week. But even then,
I know it was a lot. It was a lot, and I had to post every single day. And the Wi-Fi, you guys, on the ship. I love Disney so much, but the Wi-Fi was so not good.
Aww.
And you have to put your phone in airplane mode for it to like work properly. It's very bizarre.
Oh, because your phone's still trying to connect to whatever random bar of service is out there via satellite or something like that.
Right. And that's not going to work when you're in the ocean. So
nope.
Yeah, so that was fun. But again, there is just so much to do. The food was really good. I was very surprised. From my previous cruise experience, I did a Carnival cruise back in 2018. So that was nowhere near what Disney was, and especially with the food too. The food's really good throughout the ship, and there's tons of it everywhere at all times. You will never go hungry on the ship. So, and I understood that the Disney Wonder is one of the smallest of the fleet. And now I'm like so interested to go and see the bigger ones, like the Treasure, the Wish.
What do you mean there's a bigger ship? Like, how much bigger
way
can you get?
Yeah, right. Like, if you looked at our ship at the Wonder compared to what else came through, like the harbors and stuff, and through the points or the port adventures, it was relatively small. So, and still, but still a big ship. Anyway, it was a fantastic first Disney Cruise Line experience, a fantastic little, trip. I'm not going to call it a vacation because I was working a lot the entire time.
We don't consider it a vacation either. We were seeing so much content from you, and even Leanne's like, love the Alaska content. Oh, and you were born there, Leanne.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Didn't realize that. We were seeing a lot. I'm like, oh, babe, did you sleep at all? And
I had to stay up late. The first night I stayed up till 2 a.m. trying to post everything. Yeah. And
I realized time zone, or was it the same time zone?
So you do go back in time when you're in Alaska. Yes, it is more towards the west, so you is an hour behind.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So your body's like, Megan, what are you doing?
Yeah. Luckily, you do once you get back into Vancouver, which is where the port was. You go back to the California time zone, Pacific Coast time. So that was nice to at least have that as we flew back down to SoCal, which takes no time at all. By the way, it was like a barely 2-hour flight.
Wow. I
know. So yeah, overall, absolutely fantastic time, and I already want to schedule the next cruise. And I'm like, oh, let's go! Everyone's talking about the treasure. Like people, everyone seemed to really like the treasure, so that's the one I think I want to.
They're
see
releasing
next.
another boat. Okay?
I know the Destiny is coming.
We know
Yes.
it's going to like the Asia side of the world, right?
Well, that's the adventure. That's in Singapore.
Oh, that's the adventure one.
Yes.
Okay, so then
Destiny is going to be Florida. Adventure is Singapore.
Hey, Disney. Hey, we're
Coming
here.
real close to the microphone.
Just coming really close to the microphone. This is your ASMR time. And this is us politely asking, you want to take us on the new pretty boat? Please? And thank you.
I heard there's a Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion bar or lounge. Yeah. So
Just saying. Just saying. We have open availability. It literally will. Yes, you know the answer. You have our emails. I'm sorry, I was a little too close to say that in the microphone.
no, I fully support. It's just we're right here, Disney. If you'd like some coverage,
We'll do it. We'll
all the
happily
stuff.
do it. Yes, and like even for traveling for me. So now, so I just did the Tennessee one for the book signing, and it was amazing. Again. So there's a video out there, and some people actually recorded it. I went out there to go talk about it, and I genuinely thought maybe only like 35 people were going to show up, because I was like, you know what, the videos aren't doing well, the algorithm's suppressing it. I'd be happy if like 30 some odd people showed up, and it surpassed the Orlando book signing.
Oh my gosh! I knew you had a full crowd. I was so happy.
Right, it was almost 200 people. We had lost count at 180 plus, and they sold out of books. Luckily, enough people. This Barnes and Noble was just like, at this point, if they bring their own books, we don't care. We just want them to be able to sign something. Oh. And so many of y'all brought your books from Amazon or wherever else you purchased them, and so you bought out the store. It's gone from the Cool Springs location. And I haven't picked out a lot of cities just yet. I know if you're my publisher, if you're listening right now, I know it's making you anxious, but it's been interesting working with them, because they don't realize, hey, I'm also technically an influencer first, author second, right? So I can't just schedule out these signings so far in advance, like what the publishing company really likes. Right, because that doesn't work with my schedule. Yeah. So I'm trying to message her and at least give her a month's notice, and she's like, "Well, usually this takes months in advance to plan," and I'm like, "Does it though? Because I kind of proved you wrong with the Tennessee one."
Yeah.
So we'll see. More information to be coming. I will be coming to Anaheim. I will be coming to somewhere in the LA area. We're working out those dates right now. And yes, so more info to come. It's and to be completely transparent, y'all, I'm having. Thanks, Megan. I saw you share that. Trip. Thank you. Yeah. I doubt you had any time to read it, but
I read it on the plane. Don't you worry. I was taking all the quizzes and failing at them miserably. Danielle, you would have been so embarrassed by me in my Disney Parks Trivia level 2. At the French Quarter Lounge on the ship, I went to Disney Parks Trivia level 2, and I got 3 questions right out of 20. I learned so much, though.
Megan!
Terrible. They were really hard. I mean, do you know the first athlete to ever say, I'm going to Disneyland?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
because I don't know actors or athlete names. I can name Disney characters.
Let me tell you, there were multiple actor questions, lots of actor questions about, Sounds Dangerous at Hollywood Studios. Who hosted that?
Oh, what's his face?
So you would know that
chubby,
question.
but now he's not.
Yeah, no, you have the right one. You have the right guy.
But I can't remember his name.
It's Drew Carey. Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I didn't know what that was.
No, See, but that was like, that's a deep dive. And
there were multiple deep dives.
See, and like that.
Do you know who was the voice behind the Main Street Electrical Parade voice that intros the parade?
The robot one?
Yeah.
The Main Street Electrical Parade.
Do you know his name?
No.
Yeah, see, I didn't either. It's Jack Wagner. See, now I know all these things. And now I know all of these fun facts because I was like, wow, I did so bad. But I've retained a lot of what the answers were. So, yeah.
You know, speaking of random, what was it? Random voice actors. I was working on the Epcot book, right? So I'm currently writing that one in the process. And I was going through and I was listening to some old show recordings for like openings of stuff. I'm pretty sure Jim Cummings did so much of the audio for Epcot. Like he was the voice of Illuminations and opening up that. There's also him opening up the Morocco band from the early 2000s. Not the same one, but I'm listening to it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is Jim Cummings' voice. I need to ask
you're probably
him.
right.
Not that I have his direct info, but I will be asking him at some point. So I have to say that now so I remind myself later.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's important for the Epcot book. Yeah. Because, I mean, that man is booked and busy all the time. He's got the voice. He literally is Disney's voice. And I love that. Yeah. So, yeah, I would say that's probably accurate. But yes, I'm so excited for you. And obviously, when I was looking at all the videos from Tennessee and from the book signing, I was like, oh, it made my heart so happy. I was getting a little all like sappy, like, yay, the people showed up. That's amazing.
It was crazy. It didn't really hit me until later on that night of like, wow. It took me 3 hours to meet everybody, but we got through everybody. Everybody was so patient and so understanding.
That's so awesome.
And one of my entertainment friends said, she was like, so were your meet and greets between 1:30 to 2 minutes? And I was like, yes, they were. And I was like, however, I wasn't a Disney princess. I was not on for 30, off for 10. I was all on the entire time. We got through all of them.
That's right. Gotta love the influencer endurance.
Exactly. We got it. When we turn it on, we can keep it going.
That's right. Absolutely. No, I'm so happy for you.
You have another trip coming up also, right?
Yes. And the podcast fam, since this is airing, of course, almost a week from today, y'all can hear it first. Yes, we will be going on our quote unquote later moon, officially going on our honeymoon, me and my husband, to Italy. So not the Italy pavilion in Epcot. No, we're going to actually the country of Italy for 9
that
days.
Actually
I'm so
explains
excited.
it because somebody was asking me like, oh, Danielle, when's Megan showing up? I'm like, she's not showing up back here to Orlando for a while. And she's like, oh, well, I thought she was traveling. They probably thought you meant Italy and Epcot.
I thought, usually when I say travel, it does mean I'm going to Florida. And that's been happening in the last year here. But no, I'm doing some more traveling this year. I've got actually quite a few international trips booked. So yeah, we're doing some actual traveling. And not to say that Florida wouldn't be actual traveling, but I will be going to some different places this year, and I'm very excited. It's about time. The last international trip I took, well, we did go to Banff, and that was when my husband proposed. But it was Greece in 2022, and also my Disneyland Paris trip. So it's about time. Every 3 years is about right to go big.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'll be heading over to Italy.
Go to the real Italy instead of me just walking up and just being like, "Ciao, Bella." Like, you know, it's not. It doesn't. Buongiorno. It's not the same. That's how we say it here in Southern Italy.
Not
yeah,
entirely.
it's not the same. You know?
I'm so excited though. It is both of our first time, so I'm very excited to see it and to go to Rome. And we're doing Rome, Florence, and Lake Como. So yes, we are going to the planet of Naboo, and I'm so excited.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Danielle, I mean, we touched on Muppets Courtyard, and we touched on the 70th anniversary, and it was about the same time that
we were doing
one was ending and one was starting. Mm-hmm. So, Muppets Courtyard, your video in your whole song for the goodbye of Muppet Vision 3D was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
And it was very sad to see it go. I think over the break we did see the final day of Muppet Vision 3D, and wow, did the people show up. I mean,
where were y'all? I was here the whole time, and y'all just suddenly decided to show up out of the woodwork. Rude, offensive. But it was really great. It was so good seeing all the Muppet fans all in one place. And I explained it to a friend here recently of like, some people, when it comes to Muppet Vision, a lot of people, it's not that it was an attraction that you would go on every single time you were there. It was more of if you don't get it to that trip, like you try to fit it in, but it was a constant. So you'd be like, we'll go next time. We'll go next time. And then eventually it just, you might get to it, you might not. And so it is time to upgrade. I understand that. It still makes me very sad. Luckily, me going and filming, I did my YouTube video. And we went back later and I filmed that goodbye video with Bippity Boppity Beard. That's the only reason why it turned out great, because if y'all did not know, Cole is the one that has all the good camera angles and takes some of my best photos.
Yeah.
That's why I bring him around in the park. Hashtag shout out Bippity Boppity Beard.
He is actually excellent behind the camera and knowing where the angles are.
Yes. Master of the portrait mode.
Yes, absolutely. But that's awesome. And yeah, I'm so sorry about Muppets, everybody. From a non-Muppets fan. I'm not to say that I don't like the Muppets, but you know me, I'm not a Muppets girly, but I'm sad for y'all. So
and it was really sweet because on the last night, there were a ton of Muppet people there. So like the original Rizzo and all those other people, they were there talking at another presentation. And then Jim Henson's daughter was there.
Yes, she was the last to walk in, right?
Last to walk in and the very last one to walk out. So she got to open and she got to close it as the last regular guest. And then cast members were brought in the next day and they had their own goodbye party to Muppet Vision, which was really great. I was like getting nervous because I was like, okay, are they not doing anything for you guys? And they're like, no. They are having something for us. It's just going to be the day after. Okay. And I think they even got to meet Fozzie.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm like, hashtag jealous in some of the photos I've seen, but it's fine.
Oh, that's so cool though. Oh, I mean, it really was the perfect send off to the attraction. Yeah. Right. And we're looking. But you're getting monsters as we're losing it, and we'll get to that in a moment. Because we were not able. That news came out shortly after.
We had too much news drop. Literally,
it was a lot after
while
our last
we were
episode
gone.
aired. Yeah, I know. I was thinking that.
So many of y'all saw my emotional roller coaster video of like going up like this and back down, and then we're back up and then back down. Literally, how me and Megan have been feeling, along with like doing this travel stuff, along with like our regular stuff. And then this whiplash that Disney's putting us through. My neck hurts. Like I feel like I've been on the Matterhorn.
Yeah, exactly. Accurate. Oh man, no, it's.
But was there, before we get into the Disney news, was there anything we need to recap about the 70th, or some of the next wave of stuff hasn't even happened yet?
Correct. So we're coming up on July. Well, actually tomorrow. And so it is going to be a big month because that is technically Disneyland's 70th birthday, July 17th. And that is when Walt Disney, the animatronic, will open in the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln Theater. So again, a rotating show, but Walt Disney will appear starting July 17th. And then the final verse, or the bonus verse from the Sherman Brothers rendition of It's a Small World will be in, obviously, It's a Small World for Disneyland. So that's really exciting. And it's a really, really cute verse. So I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. But that's about it from the 70th anniversary. It's kind of all the same.
Okay,
Since May 16th.
I say we go ahead and we get into some breaking Disney news then.
Let's do it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this
Disney news. Okay, Megan, I don't know if you're aware of this tradition that happens with a lot of like water-based attractions.
I do. And you know why I do? Because I just watched Behind the Attraction for Pirates of the Caribbean on Disney Plus. So I do know about this water ceremony.
You share this fun fact then.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, and this is an Imagineer thing, when there is a new water attraction that is opening at a Disney park, Imagineers will go around different Disney theme parks around the world and collect water from the attractions that currently exist in the parks, and they will put it in the water that is going into the new attraction opening up. So Imagineers held a water ceremony at the incoming Frozen attraction at Disneyland Paris, because Arendelle is going into Disneyland Paris. And so they were able to hold this, which was really, really cool. They also did this at Pirates of the Caribbean in Shanghai, which is that's the episode I watched.
I love that. At one point they did that for the fountain that used to be inside Epcot. And they brought water from every single country that was represented in World Showcase at the time. And
that's cool.
And they were poured in by the children of the world. It was really, really cool.
Yes. That's really fun. It's I'm excited to see. I imagine this Arendelle will be similar to the one that's in Hong Kong, but Paris, I'm so, deserving of this beautiful land. And obviously they are getting the Frozen Ever After attraction. So yeah, really looking forward to it. And did they even announce like when or the ballpark of when this is going to open? I don't think that's in this article here.
I did not see that. I assume it's either they just started filling it and now they're doing testing.
Okay.
And or I still think we still have another month. Like I thought end of July for some reason.
Okay. So water has now been added to the flume of the ride. Okay. Well, the ride itself is they're making progress. But I think the land we still need updates on.
Kaylee is saying somewhere in 2026. So it could be that they have just added water and that's it.
Yeah, I was thinking next year as well, at least. And then obviously the Lion King attraction that we've heard about at D23 will be maybe a year or two after that.
Right.
Okay, got it. Well, that's super exciting. Love that for Disneyland Paris. That means we're going to have to book a trip next year, Danielle.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And now we do have a couple of other entertainment announcements that were officially announced. Note, this is nothing different, nothing new. But to confirm, here at Walt Disney World, we will be having our Disney Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky, which does take place 2 nights, July 3rd and July 4th, just because it is like the big fireworks show during the summer. So just plan on that in advance. 4th of July will hit max capacity. People wait out in Magic Kingdom hours before, like they'll start setting up by noon and they'll be there all night until the fireworks show. So do with that information what you will. And remember that the resorts will not let you be on the beaches or in the surrounding area unless you are staying at that resort. That's when that the parks are a little more intense about that. So just a reminder of that. Now, Epcot, we haven't seen a lot of information necessarily about if they're going to be adding anything else. Typically, Epcot does a add-on of like a fireworks display after the fireworks show. I assume that's what's going to be happening again. It takes place right behind American Adventure. It's actually pretty spectacular, y'all. That's probably, I actually kind of like that one a little bit more than I do the Magic Kingdom one. I know that's a hot take. That's a hot take, y'all. Calm down. But that's my personal opinion.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay.
So plan accordingly.
All right. Yes. Don't be too crazy around 4th of
Other
July.
fun things are happening, though, in the Disney World nighttime world. We are getting so close to Starlight Parade, y'all. We are getting so ready. And supposedly the show times have been revealed. Again, all this is subject to change. And as long as it all happens, the parade will take place twice a night. Show times are at 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. with Happily Ever After fireworks at 10 p.m. That's if there's 2 showings. There could also be a time where there's only 1 showing. We don't know.
Right.
And again, the Disney Starlight will not run on evenings when Magic Kingdom hosts Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So this is going to be the show that takes place on the in-between. But y'all, I am so excited for this parade. I just want it to be here already.
It looks so beautiful from the concept art. I cannot wait to see the floats in person. And really cool that they'll be mostly doing two show times a night. Yeah. That is awesome. Woohoo! Starlight's almost here.
Woohoo!
All right. Well, we have in movie news, it's been discussed, it's been speculated, and it has been talked about by fans a lot. Walt Disney Animation may possibly be returning to the traditional 2D hand animation style because of, I mean, they still have 2D animators, y'all, and they apparently, according to Chief Creative Officer Jared Bush, he said that they're working on some bonkers, amazing things. I'll leave it at that. That's what he said. And there was a glimpse of it with Wish, because with that style was a little different than the CG stuff they've been doing with a lot of Disney animated movies over the last decade, and then some. But the last one they officially released was Winnie the Pooh in 2011, and right before that was Princess and the Frog. A lot of people have been saying that they want the original animation style back. It's a lot prettier, enough of the CG stuff, and I recently have been seeing, along with the critiques of Elio, which there shouldn't be many because it's a fantastic film, but yes, it did flop at the box office this weekend, only making a little over 20 million, and the budget was way higher than that.
Didn't promote it properly.
Okay, and that was a marketing fail. Yes,
right.
We know that. I don't know where the marketing budget was going to, because they did have one. So not sure what happened there. But I was able to see Elio on the Disney Wonder. I will be seeing it again and buying a ticket to go and see it because I really do love the movie. But everyone's like, what are we doing with this bubble CG animation? I don't like it. I'm like, well, okay, Pixar's always been CG, so what do you want?
That's Pixar.
If you want to go, talking Disney animation, I fully understand the desire and almost the nostalgic wish to bring it back to the 2D animated style. So
I foresee some things happening. The whole
too.
thing that's really started this rumor is that they've rehired some old directors, some OGs that were retired out of the game, but Disney's like, hey, we're just gonna slide this paycheck across the desk. You want to come on back? And they're like, oh, I guess that's fine. And then they slide it slowly back on the other side of the desk. So I think that's kind of what's happening right now. And I'm excited. I kind of, it's making me hopeful. And I think they're realizing, like, if they are going to do something in the world of animation, maybe they just need to get back to their roots. Because everybody's now able to do originally, I'm using air quotes, y'all, and you can't see it. They're doing Disney level animation. So how is Disney going to set themselves apart when everybody else is trying to compare their work to theirs? Does that make sense?
I know, exactly. And Universal DreamWorks, they've been doing it for a while too.
Right.
And when you compare the budgets to what the box office is bringing in, recently it has not been great for animated movies.
Right.
So yeah, that's why getting back to 2D might be worthwhile, and especially economically and financially for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, y'all. We'll keep you posted. There's so much blue skies projects right now that are happening and not so much in the works. So I do fear that we are going to be in like a good year to 2 year lull before we get some new things happening. And if we do hear some new things, the ones that we currently have are just going to be the sequel stuff, and they're playing it safe for this in between gap time. So I think that's probably what's happening.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, speaking of 2D animated films, we do have a Walt Disney Archive anniversary, and they have a short film on YouTube which features Pinocchio. I have not personally watched this myself. Danielle, have you taken a look at this?
Not yet, because I just saw the ad for it literally yesterday before we recorded, and I was like, save for later. I have not gotten to later yet, so I will be going back and watching this because it does look very interesting. Because anything Disney Archive related, oh my gosh, yes, I'm totally there.
All for it, exactly. I mean, I'm just looking at it now, and okay, there is an animator who is drawing Pinocchio in the beginning, and it's in kind of like the sepia, filter.
Yes,
so it makes it look a little old school. It's really, it looks really cute. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back in and watch this. It looks adorable. But yes, this is right up your alley, Danielle, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna really love that.
So,
but to get through a couple more random little things real quick, supposedly Dole Whips are coming to Costco.
Woo!
If y'all are Costco membership, you load up on them Dole Whips.
Get the Dole Whips. Okay, so hang on. In what form are these coming in? Because Dole did create the little cups. That was a few years ago.
Aren't they selling stuff on TikTok Shop now?
Are they? I mean, I don't. Okay, well, there's the protein. That's
Dole
I actually have that downstairs. They did a collab with Be Amazing.
Oh,
it's Dole Whip protein.
Maybe I need that.
I think this is from. I think this is from Dole itself. Yeah, pretty sure.
And Adam says can confirm the cups are at Costco.
Okay, they're at Costco. Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
And they even mentioned the Dole Whip product from 2023. Yeah. Okay, but they redid it, and now they're coming out with a new package version for Costco. That's exciting. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Sweet.
Okay. And then in other news, Beacon Barrel does have an opening time frame. It's going to be sometime later on this year over here at Magic Kingdom, which is the Pirates of the Caribbean bar.
Woo!
I'm excited about that. Again, there's been so much speculation with the original concept art versus the updated concept art. I'm like, at this point, I'll just wait and pass judgment after it's open and see what actually made it to fruition. So we'll wait on that one. But I'm excited for it. I have a feeling it will be opening at or around the beginning of the Halloween time. So if I was to put money on it, I'm thinking sometime in August.
Love that. Which, hello, is when I'm planning to make my trip over there.
Oh, I know. I guess we're going to be stopping at the Pirates of the Caribbean bar.
It's going to be a full trip. That one, it's going to be so fun. Okay. And then we also have, extended evening hours returning to Hollywood Studios this fall. Yay.
Yes. We're guesting at select resorts. So the park will be open from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And this is more related for people that are going to be staying at the park during this time in the end of summer hours. So just look into that. Double check your park times depending on where you're staying at.
Yeah. Awesome.
Right.
And of course, y'all heard the news that Monsters Inc. is going away and DCA. Avatar is coming in the next 5 to 10 years. And Coco is also coming to the backside of Paradise, or what used to be Pixar Pier.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean,
that was
I'm
released
excited.
weeks ago.
The new walkway that they announced, I was like, traffic is gonna be awful during this construction period. That's all I could think of.
Construction is going to be kind of miserable for a while.
Kind of miserable for a while.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. If anything, it might really force me to not stay at my Good Neighbor hotels, and I might have to stay on property during that time because I won't be able to get anywhere else.
Or you'll just have to take the Disneyland Way route, Catella to Disneyland Way. Just avoid all of that over there. Yeah.
Right. I'll be going in, dropped off at the parking structure, and then walking in.
Exactly. Well, I think it's that time, Danielle. I think Chris, our wonderful game master and producer Chris, is here with us and has a game. Do we have a game, Chris?
I am here. I have a game. Let's play a game.
All right. Let's start off the season right.
Welcome back, everybody. So happy to be back. We have a game. We're going to be doing an easy game. I shouldn't say every game is easy for me. I should say.
Because
maybe not necessarily for you. But we're doing some more
say
Disney.
that to rub it in our face is really what it is.
We're starting off this season with some Disney filibuster.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. All right. Yep. Here we go.
Oh, no.
So the way this works is I'm going to give the ladies a topic and then give them 30 seconds to talk about that topic. They have no prior idea what the topic is and may or may not agree with the topic. That's not the point. Just keep talking for 30 seconds. So we're going to start. Danielle is the first one on my screen, so we'll start with her.
Okay.
So for the next 30 seconds, Danielle, I would love for you to talk about why you think Body Wars should return. Go.
Well, we have seen a decrease in America's education system. So what better can we do to bring back an interest in human health and a discovery into the sciences than to bring back Body Wars, a great source of edutainment to Epcot. And it takes you through similar to Star Tours and similar type of ride vehicle, but it's taking you through the body and the bloodstream. And it's all very scientific.
How's that?
Like
That's
Osmosis Jones. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. Literally, that's really the best way of putting it. Yeah.
Very good. Concise.
I didn't
like
know
it.
that existed. Okay, yay.
Valid answer, valid points. Thank you
Jonathan's
so
like
much.
Body Wars. Let's go.
Here's my here. Let me just interrupt my own game for a second.
Yes.
They should make some other park. Just why not? There's enough space in Orlando. Just build another park and make it like nostalgic Disney, and put all the things that people love still, like Great Movie Ride, all these things, and put them in one park so they can go back and relive like their childhoods.
Bring it all back.
Bring it all back. And I would
know,
only
but
go
then
that
somebody
one.
has to maintenance it.
So hire people. I know a guy that works there, Richie. He can do it. Richie, are you there? You work at Disney still, right? I'm giving you work. Anyway, here we go. Next one, Megan. For the next 30 seconds, I would love for you to talk about why every public space in the world, not just Disney, should have smellerizers.
Yes. Well, first of all, it'd be a really good business idea, especially if there are restaurants in the area, because you entice people to come inside, whether it's a sweet shop or like a bakery or a barbecue or something like that. I feel like it would make people just hungry and salivate and want food. So business-wise, yes. Just as a person, I love good smells and I love me some good food smells. And you can do really anything you want with it. It can be like, nature-y too. I'm all for it. A good smell, I'm all about it. It's also very nostalgic in a way.
Very good.
Thank you.
Smells.
Smells. Just
Smell. A smelly
Don't you
smell
like
that smells
smells?
smelly.
Just smells. Smells everywhere. Very good. Thank you very much. All right. Back to you, Danielle. This is the last one for you. Pitch an animated TV series idea based on the colony of feral cats that lives within the parks and helps with pest control. Go.
So picture this, y'all. This is going to be a mini series focusing on individual cats in the park. Now, each cat is associated with one type of attraction that they live near. They live nearby. Now, there's always this rumor that the attractions also come to life. So really, are the cats really the guardians of the attraction when the ride in the park shuts down at the end of the night? Are they the ones keeping the ghosts out? Are they keeping the animatronics inside the ride? The possibilities are endless.
Very good. Awesome.
Love that. That was great.
Thanks. Hit me up, Disney.
I worry that Disney wouldn't want to lean into the idea of needing pest control. But if they did, that'd be a great way to get ahead of that. All right, here, next one for you. Last one for you, Megan.
Okay.
The next 30 seconds, I would love for you to talk about the struggle to resist buying every themed item at Disney and the eventual clutter it creates back home. Go.
Well, if you ever needed a perfect example of someone who is not very good at organizing their Disney merch, she's right here. She's staring at you in the face. It's this girl. Yeah. It's when things come around, when certain events come around and there's new theme merch. Yeah, it's very, very hard to resist purchasing things that you can relate to, things that you like. And also while at the same time getting rid of things that maybe are a thing of the past that you don't need anymore. So that's why we have all these things cluttered up in one small room, and this is the mess you get.
I was like, oh, so you just want her to talk about her life story?
Yeah.
You mean you want me to talk about myself? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Basically, it was
my
like, hey,
arm.
can you talk about the background in your apartment, in your house for the next 30 seconds, please?
Wait, wow. Starting off with a call out first thing in the beginning of the season, Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, you have
I
no
get it.
idea.
I'm messy.
I have a stack of laundry almost up to my ceiling fan right over here that you cannot see. I move every day from my bed to my chair and then back and forth all day long.
Oh, I do
So
that too.
I am
Yes.
all
You gotta
about
start
mess.
charging rent to that pile then, man.
Bed's
It's
chair.
taking up
Bed's
room.
chair.
It's
Yeah.
it's so bad that I have to like make sure the angle for my camera doesn't show it. So like it's literally like the very edge of corner of my bed. It goes up crazy.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
That's-
Chris.
Yeah.
That's just I don't want to put my laundry away. Why would you do that? I want to live like a Kardashian lifestyle where all my clothes are just about and I can just go through them.
Yeah.
I don't want to live a Kardashian lifestyle. That was an exaggeration. Anyway, that's the game. Thank you so much for having me. Welcome back. Let's do it. Season 6. Let's go.
All right.
Woo! Thank you, Chris.
Thanks. All right, we're back at it, Megan. We just did our first game also of the episode now, or for the
Yay.
season. So I think we go ahead and get into our countdown, which again,
Yeah.
y'all, we are going to be counting down our top 10 Disney characters we most identify with. And this has really been a deep test into the psychoses of each of us individually and how we reflect upon ourselves. And some of you might really agree with this, or you might be like, wait, you're going to have to do you have some explaining to do,
You got
right?
some explaining
So,
to do. Yeah.
I'll be intrigued to see what you pick, and I'll be intrigued to see what I pick. I don't know. Maybe after next episode, we need to reflect on that. That could be the bonus. Instead of going into our characters that didn't make it, pick out the ones that we thought would reflect each other instead.
It's like a Disney therapy session.
It literally is.
Yeah. Go into the deep psychology of why we relate to these Disney characters.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, well, Danielle, we don't have anything to recap, so would you like to get us started with your 10 through 6?
Yes. Okay, so my number 10 in particular is a very specific character, and
okay.
in particular, I wanted to pick somebody from the Disney fairy universe, and it's not Tinkerbell. Like, I love Tinkerbell, and y'all know my opinions also on like over the top Tinkerbell fans. And I was like, okay, do I pick? I will say another fairy does represent later in here, but the one that is at the beginning of this is Fairy Mary, and
who dat?
Okay, so hold on. I do have a picture of her because I was afraid of that. So Fairy Mary is in the Tinkerbell series is one of the leaders of like the Tinker Fairies.
Oh,
right?
okay. I know who that is. Okay, I've seen her before. Yeah.
And so she's kind of like she's weirdly like a mom figure in a weird way, but she's not really a mom. And I relate to Fairy Mary in a lot of sense of like she takes great pride in being a tinker. She sees great potential in other people, but she is fussy sometimes, and she wants things done a certain way. And I related to her so much when it came to like working with other people and like from my time of being a cast member.
Yeah.
So like, again, not a mom, not an aunt, Fairy Mary.
Fairy Mary. I love that for you. I think that's great, accurate, and I apparently need to watch more of the Tinkerbell and the Fairies because I trust everything you say.
Okay, she sounds great.
Awesome. Cool.
What about you, Megan?
My number 10, I feel like I had to put a villain in this list, and it is going to be my number 10. It's going to be Maleficent because listen. She, in the live action, I'm talking about the live action, she was wronged, okay? She was victimized, she was targeted, and they hurt her, okay? And so she's just like, I'm just evening the playing field. I don't know what you're talking about. And I think with the live action, you realize she actually had good intentions, and then she was obviously painted as the villain in the 1950s version.
I gotta take you to go see the new Villainous show here in Hollywood.
I cannot wait to see that, by the way, when I'm over there. Absolutely. So Maleficent is misunderstood. Yes, she is my favorite villain. That doesn't, but whatever. I'm trying to be like fair here in my assessments. But I can relate to her in just the fact that she is probably a fellow Scorpio and is just trying to, she's just trying to even it out, you guys. We're leveling the playing field. It's not revenge. It's balance in the universe. Okay.
I mean,
so yeah.
Accurate.
Maleficent's my 10.
All right. Well, my number 9.
Okay.
And I was really debating on this because I was like, okay, do I represent or do I feel like I connect with any of the like sidekick characters? Right?
Yeah.
And
I was
I'm
thinking
like,
that too, actually. Yeah.
Right. And so I was going through the process. I'm like, okay, I'm not chaotic like Miko. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not super anxious like Flounder is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I've landed on Pascal.
Oh, wait, I can see that. Why do I see that?
This face right here. Like just sometimes like just the silent judgment.
Like the
or like the like at the scene where the hair's glowing and Flynn Rider just looks over at Pascal and Pascal's like, yeah, dude,
yeah.
what you gonna do about it? I feel like I have a lot of those moments.
So accurate.
Like, and even in being in the background of some people's videos, you just see my facial expressions. Oh, especially in Cole's here recently.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of unboxings, and it's just me panning to the camera, just like deadpan,
Yeah.
unimpressed, or just like the calm down motion from Pascal.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah. Wait, oh my gosh, that's so true. I can't wait to see what your other picks are because Pascal's really accurate. I didn't even think about that. That's a good one. Man,
Thanks.
okay, that's pretty spot on. Mine are nowhere near that spot on, at least in my 10 through 6. Sorry. I'm explaining to do. But good choice. Round of applause for the Pascal pick. Okay. My number 9. Oh god, why did I even pick this? Hang on.
Are you second guessing your life choices now?
I'm second guessing my life choices. Usually I'm really confident in my choices, but this one I'm like, why did I pick this again?
Wow, we're having a Danielle dilemma in the beginning of the new season. But it's
wait,
not
wait.
me.
No. This is actually no, I know why I picked this now, and it's actually very relatable to like literally this episode and what we just talked about. So my number 9 is Ariel, and I got thingamabobs.
You got more than 20.
More than 20. I got plenty. Yeah, you want thingamabobs? I got plenty. Yeah, she's a collector like myself, and I think that was literally the only reason I put her there.
But that's like a good,
And
like,
she's
and that's
got-
why this is what the top of the 10 tier system is to really put those like, okay, I have some characteristics of this character, but I don't identify with them fully based off of like their personality.
Exactly, and that's why she is towards the top as well. Yes, for sure.
Okay.
So she is a collector, and she's a dreamer. She's wanting, she's got some lofty goals, obviously. Oh, and she doesn't read the terms and conditions in the contract. I don't do that either. So
That's funny.
yeah, so that was the other reason.
I love that you're just like, didn't read the terms and conditions of the contract. Yeah, I mean, that's something that people don't think about. Yeah, okay, this is a perfect example of somebody that was too young getting into a legally binding contract, and you need to read the current terms and conditions with whatever you do, especially in the social media world, y'all. That's your life lesson for the episode. Good day. Podcast is over. Oh goodness. Okay. What are we on now? Are we on
we're
8?
at number 8? Yeah.
Okay. Number 8 for me. On it. Why did I pick this character? Now I'm having that question.
Oh no.
I think. Okay. I'm just gonna say it. I need to know if everybody else is gonna agree with me or not.
roll
So
with it?
chat,
Okay.
feel free to respond to this also. Number 8 for me is Mr. Pricklepants.
Oh yes, I see that.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
yeah.
just like somewhat dramatic, it kind of takes themselves a little too seriously, but is always ready for the drama, but is ready also with a fantastic pair of lederhosen. Like, I think that weirdly speaks to my soul.
Yeah.
Not the lederhosen part, because I don't own those, but just the fashionably dressed at all times for a specific theme.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready.
You elevate the situation and the scene that you're in. And,
Exactly.
And that was
It's called
what Mr. Pricklepants
acting.
does. It's called acting. I totally see that. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I thank you, chat, for also agreeing with me too. I appreciate that.
And a very underrated character if there ever was one. We love
My
Mr. Pricklepants.
favorite Toy Story character, Mr.
Yeah.
Pricklepants.
Yeah. I love that. That is a good one. He doesn't come in until 3, Toy Story 3. Is that right?
Yeah, and he appeared on screen, and he's like, hey, what was his line? And I think he says, "It's I'm acting." I was like, I feel it in my soul, and that's where I really love that character, just from that point.
We live for the drama. Good pick. Okay. Well, number 8. Now this is one that I in adulthood would put on my list, and I am putting on my list because I relate to him more as I go older. It's gonna be everyone's favorite little stuff. Is he a donkey? It's Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Yeah, Eeyore.
Thanks for noticing me.
Our little depressing messy. He is just, he's so cute when he's all sad, but he's also very realistic in a way, to the point of, cynicism and being like, Nah, everything just sucks. Like, oh, of course this happened. That's just
if you really think about it, you're right. It's a character that when you're young, you're just like, I don't know if I like this character because he's
like, why is he so sad? I don't like
and then you get older and you're just like, oh, Eeyore, man, why'd you gotta hit that hard? Like, you understand, bro.
He's just real, dude. He's just real, and it's kind of like when you. It's like Inside Out, kind of. Let's relate this to Inside Out. You want to be happy all the time. Joy wants to take over all the time because why be sad? Like, no one wants to be sad. Right. But in order to feel the joy to its fullest, to appreciate the great moments, you do have to feel sadness. Mm-hmm. You do have to be, and you really just have to feel. And that's what Eeyore does. So always we got to appreciate him. And I definitely do in my adulthood. So Eeyore is number 8.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I put do I want to keep them in this spot?
It was a hard list to put together. I'm not gonna lie
as you get closer to like the middle and the beginning, that's where I was having a little harder time. I'm like, okay, do I want them in this spot? Do I move them to a different spot? And I'm like,
I was gonna say, like, my top 4 I'm very, very confident in, but like everything else was like, what do I do? Yeah mm-hmm.
Okay, I picked this character for the polar opposite of the smart side of Danielle, right? Because y'all, I still have the blonde tendencies. I still will have those moments where you're just like, okay, were we not thinking this through all the way? And I'll reflect back and be like, no. And it's Launchpad McQuack.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just has good intentions and sometimes will rush into things and does not think all the way through of the game plan. And it's just like, I totally got this under control. I'm a pilot. Proceeds to crash the plane. That's kind of like me, of like, I'm so confident. I'll go into certain things. I'm like, yeah, I got this. This is going to be my thing. And I kind of go into it a little too hot and ready. And I'm just like, haha, but did we die? No, you're fine. So that's not me all the time, but when it's there, it's very strong.
Yeah. I can see it. I feel we all have those moments, and it's kind of like you're just learning. You're learning the hard way ish. Overconfidence is something that I think we all can relate to. Yeah, in a lot of different situations. So that's a good one. Yay. Okay. And again, like Ray in the chat is saying thank you for bringing and talking about these characters that we don't normally talk about. So
that's what I'm here for.
Appreciate that.
I relate to the weird ones.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go back and watch more DuckTales. Okay. My number 7. I'll also sort of in the same boat. It's gonna be our favorite little blue fish, Dory. Now, I'm not saying that I have the short-term memory loss that she does. I'm saying that even with the memory that fails her a lot of the time, she remains so positive and just keep swimming has been one of my mottos, same as keep moving forward, very, very much in the same boat for the longest time, ever since Finding Nemo came out, right? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
And that's kind of you two in the park too. Like you'll go from one thing and you'll be like filming very serious content, and then you'll turn around and be like, "Hi, I'm Dory.
Hi. You're all still here.
You're still here? Okay."
Yeah. It's very. I have a very much moving on. If something doesn't work out, or you're kind of done with one thing. Okay, we keep moving on. Life goes on. So I'm very like Dory in that way. Again, not so much with the memory. My memory is, I say my memory is usually pretty good.
You have better memory than I do.
I remember a lot of things and a lot of little details. My husband is aware of that.
I can remember the story aspect of stuff, but not the who said it and what time frame. But I can tell you the dramatic story around it.
Okay. And that's good. That's good. I can remember who said what and when.
Right. You can remember the actors and the musicians. I can't remember that. I can tell you about them, like Drew Carey, like or what we were just talking about.
Right. So I'll know the names in it. Well, that was also fresh off of a trivia that I failed miserably. But still, no. But like the first, just an example is when I was. Oh man, when did this when I was 10 or 11, when Tower of Terror was built in DCA and we went on it for an annual pass holder preview, I remembered word for word, almost. I might have gotten like 2 wrong. The intro on the Rod Serling did on the TV screen. Like, and I wrote it down like when I got home. So, and again, might have missed 2 words. That kind of a thing where it's a bit of, not necessarily photographic, but it's a pretty good memory.
That's pretty
so I don't really story in that respect. All to say, her positive attitude and the fact that her just keep swimming is her motto is what I love the most. So
that's good.
That's why she's number 7.
Okay, are we already at number 6?
We're on 6. This is our last one.
Wow. So then y'all need to stay tuned. Come back for another episode to be able to hear our top 5 and characters that we relate to the most. And I feel like we're going to have to do a little more explaining in the next episode. And we're having a special guest on the next episode, correct?
I was going to say, we have a very special guest I think this is a very fun countdown for this special guest. You guys, the voice of Goofy himself, Bill Farmer, is going to be on episode 2, season 6 of the Disney Countdown Show. We're going to have Bill on and talk about his top 5 Disney characters. I wonder what his number 1 is going to be, but it'll be a good time.
Watch
Bill,
it not be Goof.
I know, right? No, it's going to be so fun. We are so thrilled to be able to talk to him and obviously get to know him and his relationship with Goofy over the years. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's coming next week.
Yeah. That's why we wanted to cover so much of the news in this episode and kind of get caught back up over the break because we want to make sure that we give plenty of time of talking to Bill and asking him plenty of questions. Let's just say the next episode is going to be full of character.
Hey, good one.
Yep. So more info to come out about that. So stay tuned, y'all. But here, let's go ahead and get into our last one of this episode. And my number 6, I have decided to go with, hold on, let me make sure I counted this correctly. Okay, I did count this correctly. Okay, number 6, I started with a fairy character. The number 6 one is going to be Rosetta.
I see this. I see this.
Our Southern Belle, I don't do mud, but you're a garden fairy. Ironic, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I think she is so funny. I think she's hilarious. A hoot. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it is that Southern Belle personality within me, like deep within me, that I just like, I relate to this character so much. And I see that. And me too. I am a floral girly. The amount of plants that I try to have in my home, but actually like taking care of them and like touching mud, I'm like, that's unfortunate.
I love that. She cracks me up. She is one of the fairies that I am more familiar with in terms of like Tinkerbell and the other fairies. But I totally see the spirit fairy relationship, if you will.
Yes. If I had to pick a fairy from the main set to represent me, it is Rosetta.
Yeah, I fully agree. Good choice for your number 6. Okay, well, my number 6, completely switching gears, is going to be from a live action, and that's going to be Elizabeth Swann. Oh. First of all, I have loved her from the very beginning, but I also, like, I get her mindset, and I also just love that she's like, oh my gosh, like, bloody pirates, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's me with, like, you know, mostly men sometimes, but like, like, oh my god, freaking pirates. And she's definitely more on I don't know, she's crafty. She is, she's also like really headstrong, knows what she wants, and you know, falls for the bad boy for a second and then realizes, oh no, I'm just, you know, also a little manipulative in that way too, because she leaves him there to die. So
it's just a thing. It's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, she's headstrong. She's fierce. And yeah, again, she knows what she wants. Very practical. And yeah, So that's why she's my number 6. I
think that's a good one. Everybody
Yeah.
in the comments also agrees too. They're just like, yeah, that's accurate.
Thanks, Ray. I appreciate it. And just like, yeah, why is the rum gone? Like,
Right.
And the fact that she's, saying basically that Jack is just
That's
just a
really
big old
okay.
dummy.
That's actually a really good representation of the two of us, right? So
Uh-huh.
you're Elizabeth Swann,
Mhm.
and then every once in a while I'm just the Jack that comes around. Why is the rum gone? And you're just like, the rum is gone. It's signaling a fire. Everybody
Yeah.
will be there, and I'm just like, then you run off screen.
Yep, that's pretty accurate. So
Yep.
there it is, y'all. Our 10 through 6, 1 through 5 coming at you next week. Very excited to get into that, and of course to have Bill Farmer on the show.
Woohoo!
Can't wait. Woo!
All right.
But thank y'all so much for listening. We are so excited to be back for season 6. More countdowns coming your way. Really appreciate you guys being here for the last couple years. We've been doing this now for 2 years, which is
Wow.
incredible, insane. It's gone by so fast. So thank you so much for listening. And until we see you next time, have a very magical day.
And night night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight. But why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone?
I've got a jar of dirt. I did not add Jack Sparrow into my list.
No, Jack Sparrow's not in my list as well. To have your name at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.